Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to do a video on indoor bait tanks. Keeping bait tanks is very good for many reasons, mostly for time and money. I have about 40 dozen shiners in this tank and 20 dozen mummies in this tank. Right now I'm just stocking up for ice fishing. We're just waiting a few more weeks until we get some safe ice. It's snowing right now in Connecticut. So in order to have a bait tank, you need aeration. That's the number one thing. Without aeration, your fish will die in a couple of weeks, sometimes less. So I really recommend getting a electric powered bubbler. And for filtration, to tell you the truth, you really don't need filtration. I have it on this tank, but I don't have it on this tank, and this tank has more shiners than this one. The reason why is all you really need to do is do water changes a little bit more often. Water changes end up being cheaper than buying a filter for me, because a filter for a 55-gallon drum would be upwards of $100. For here, I just got installed a cheap filter for $30. This is just your standard 30-gallon aquarium filter. But if you do not have a filter, you need to keep your fish safe somehow. The way I like to do that is you go to an aquarium store and buy this stuff. It protects your fish, it treats your fish, reduces fish stress, and replaces your slime coat. Slime coat is the number one for your shiners. That's what makes your minnows hardy or not hardy. So that's just some of the shiners I got. So hopefully I'll get some more shiners. I'm looking to get some more bigger golden shiners for pike. But right now we got a whole bunch of medium-sized bass bait for ice fishing. And in this tank I have mummies for jigging up crappie. Another thing I would recommend is, if you don't have well water and you have city water, your city adds chlorine to their water. Chlorine is deadly to fish. So whenever you do a water change, it's important to get this stuff, dechlorinator. I have a huge bottle of it. You can actually get this at Walmart in the pet aisle for fish. I just got the biggest bottle just because I do a lot of water changes. Basically, before you pour the water in your bait tanks, you need to dechlorinate it. That's before you put the water in bait tanks. If you do it after, and you have the water with the chlorine water with the shiners, it will kill them. It's very important to use just plain dechlorinated water, and the amount you use is all dependent on the product you use. So this one capful equals 20 gallons. So if you fill up a 5-gallon pail, then you pour some of that stuff in there, and then I pour it in there. So instead of transferring straight from those faucets straight to there, I use a bucket where I can pour the extra dechlorinator. And as for feeding the fish, I really don't like to feed the fish, because when you feed the fish, they start to crap up the tank. So your water will become pretty dirty. So I just recommend using plain I guess you can feed them once in a while. I try to feed them maybe once a month, but no more than that, because it really stinks up your tank. and then you'll end up killing your fish from feeding them, believe it or not. Just from all the dirty water they're going to be crapping out. So basically, that's all you need to know. The easiest thing to use for a bait tank is one of these storage containers. That's if you're just starting off, you need something, you just need a couple dozen baits or something. But if you get into fishing as much as I do, and you go fishing 3 or 4 times a week, you really need quite a bit of bait. And I use a 55 gallon drum for that. I cut the top off, I have some air stones. And that's pretty much just the basics for bait tanks. Alright.